Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, folks. Michael Zuber, one rental at a time, back with the boys from Convoy, Jonathan and Dustin, or my favorite, Justin. How you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing very well, very well. We've been teasing a program that you two have been working ridiculously hard on. Last week, we got close. We thought we'd have it on the first. We got it on the third. And I'm calling this thing the Equity Unlock. That's
Wow.
what that's what I think this is going to be for
Wow.
folks. Let me paint the picture and why I think it's Equity Unlock. So, as we all know, for the last couple of years, we've had a couple of things. First off, we've had the opportunity to purchase or do refis sub 4%. Some people sub 3. That is now a first mortgage that is an asset for most people for the rest of their life. That first is not getting paid off. However, we've also seen amazing appreciation. And there's a lot of people that like doing what I do, which is called recycling capital. Let me go back to my asset. Let me pull a big chunk off. Let me go and use that to buy another asset. I'm not talking about buying toys. I'm talking about buying assets. However, there's a ton of people stuck. You and I talked probably 6 months ago, and I said pretty point blank, trying to push you and prod you, whoever figures out the second equity unlock is going to win. You guys took the ball. You've put the legwork in. You now have a program. So tell us about Equity Unlock. It is a second, but it's something lots of people are going to look at because it's a great way to recycle capital. So what do you guys got?
Yeah, it's a second mortgage where the homeowner or the investor does not have to refinance their first mortgage at a super low rate that they probably have. And they can take cash out by just getting a whole new second loan on top of the, first loan that they have. And what's unique is, it is available for not only owner occupied properties, but secondary homes and investment properties. And the ability to qualify is a lot easier than what we have seen in the past for just your traditional kind of home equity line of credit, where you had to have 2 years of tax return, W-2s, all that stuff. We call it full doc. This is more of an alt doc approach where we're doing, if you're you can go 12 months of bank statements. We'll just look at your deposits, call it a day. Or, if you're not self-employed, great. We'll do a 1 year worth of full doc rather than 2 years, given that obviously the job market and the economy has been a little bit better in the last 12 months than looking at the last 24 months.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. And then another big thing is obviously being able to just use bank statements for 12 months, like Dustin said, on self-employed borrowers. So to clarify, it's self-employed, right? So what that means is it's not like rental business that you're running that you're just collecting rents on and then claiming it as self-employed. It's like actual business income. But so it's huge to unlock for a lot of business owners and a lot of self-employed people, which is, I think, a lot of people that invest as well, end up being self-employed. And it allows them to kind of tap into their equity without kind of doing the refi or the whole song and dance. The only caveat right now, and it's kind of a big one because we've, a lot of our clients that have been using this program right now have been California clients, is the minimum loan amount is 250,000.
Okay. Well, so again, that's the minimum second.
Yeah, minimum second loan amount is 250,000.
Now, do you imagine that might evolve and change over time, or do you think the buyers kind of want to stay at that level?
We're definitely asking and prodding and working on trying to get it lowered. Even if it was at 200 or 150, it'd be great. But the 250 mark obviously makes it kind of hard barrier to entry for a lot of clients in the Midwest or some states that 250s basically might be the value of their house, right?
Right. No, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So for our California clients, it's been obviously really popular because it's, they have multi-million-dollar homes, or they have $1 million, or $1.5 million 4-unit that they have $100,000 loan on. This is a great way for them to cash out 250, 500,000 to be able to invest in something else. But for the clients that have, a $250,000 house or even a $500,000 house, it's kind of makes it a little more difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's unfortunate, that limit, right? Because that does take probably a decent portion of the audience out that would like to get equity unlocked. maybe it'll evolve over time. I think it will evolve over time because this, again, the second market, as I kind of talked about earlier, is ripe for someone to figure out. I think you're going to have to get that down to probably 100K minimum or max. Yeah, I guess minimum, to really kind of dominate, because that opens up more of the country. I understand not wanting to do it at 50K or whatever, because just the paperwork, and it's not worth it. But I think eventually the market will find a floor at 100K. But so let's just kind of round out the program. This is residential. Is it fourplex is and under, or is it everything?
Yeah, it's fourplexes and under. And then one other thing that, we've spoken about it, I don't know, maybe a month ago, but we are doing a lot of full doc seconds on investment properties that our minimum is at 125,000.
Oh, so there you go. So you're close. Yeah.
Yeah. If you've got a 2-year, W-2 tax return where your income looks strong on paper, we can do that. We'll go down to 125. But if you're looking for the alternative doc type qualifying,
I see. So again, folks, if you're watching this, the 250 is really that kind of alternative, bank statement, self-employed. But if you're a W-2 owner, you're in tech or finance or whatever, and you have the tax returns to back it up, you can go down to 125. So that is a ray of sunshine. That makes me feel better, because I think there's a lot more people at that level. So again, seconds are possible. It just make a lot of sense, right? And again, there's a lot of equity people have. People wanted recycled capital. If they've heard my story, I recycled Norris Drive after 2.5 years, and then I think it was Ferris and Terrace next. It's just how you keep moving forward. It's if you have to just save up the down payment all the time, it's slow. So the ability to recycle capital is powerful. And seconds, again, I think the Fed broke housing with rates for too low for too long. The answer is seconds. Don't buy toys, don't buy vacations, don't buy stupid new cars, buy assets, make sure they cash flow day one. What other things we can tell people? Is there like minimum credit or other things we should be? I want to, help people when they call you and reach out, they have some of the answers.
So the minimum FICO is going to be 680.
Okay. So that's, I'd call that low, but okay. 680 is cool.
Exactly. 680. If you're going the kind of the new equity unlock program, you're going 30-year fixed or 20-year, 15-year, 10-year. But if you go 30-year fixed, you have the option to do a 10-year interest only with a 20-year fully am. That's pretty cool on a second loan that you can do a HELOC.
Jonathan, sorry to interrupt, but let's just say you got into a home 3 year. Could you do like a 27-year? If somebody wanted to match their first with their second term, could you do that, or is that just too much work?
No, it's the kind of special year pricing that some lenders do is
okay, that's fine. I just wanted to ask.
So it's 15, 10, 15, 20, 30, the normal.
So I would do what I would do in this situation if it was me, is I would get my second to be paid off before my first. So in my example, if you had 27 years, I would get a 20. If you had 16 years left, I'd get a 15. I would want this again. You don't have to do that. I'm just sharing with the audience what I would do. It makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And then again, like I said, like Dustin said, if we have that, if you're using that second loan, that we can do for full doc clients, then, I think with that one, we can go up to, I think 90%, right? On the loan to value.
Yeah. Up to 90. And then like it made me think, because John and I are running the numbers too on this, the shorter the term on the full doc, you're obviously going to get a better rate.
There you go.
You're seeing if you went up to 90% on a 15-year second, the payment's actually less than a 90% on a 30-year.
Think about that, folks. Yeah, that's noticeable.
Yeah, I mean, just reaching out to us and letting us just run the numbers and pointing out to you that we had multiple guys come to us saying they just want 30. I'm like, look, let me just show you something.
Yeah, let me just show you the number.
The payment's less. Go with the 15.
Yeah, let me tell you, folks, if the payment's less on a 15 than a 30, do the 15.
Yeah,
exactly. Whatever payment is less, but it really does allow for a lot of clients now to have flexibility on what they want to do with the equity, right? That's the most important thing, right? Yes, the program is 250. It may be too high barrier of entry for a lot of clients, but it's a work in progress. It's new.
Of course. It's 2 days old.
Exactly.
I'll start picking on you in 2 weeks. I'll give you 2 weeks.
Yeah, it's coming out. It's, you know, and it's very popular with specific targeted communities.
Of course.
Not for everybody, just like any loan, right? It's not always for everybody. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's really allows you to tap in if you have that equity. If you don't, you know, reach out to us about that second loan that is full doc though.
Yeah.
So you're gonna have to qualify based on, you know, tax return income,
You know what? You know what I'm going to ask my audience to do is, if you are interested in this
Huh.
equity unlock, I would tell you to reach out to Convoy today, this weekend, just to let them know how much activity is out there. That way, when they go to Wall Street and they talk about, hey, we have all these other folks that we could help. I think that's a way for them to kind of use real information. So, how do you want people to reach out, whether they're interested in the 250 or the 125, or just want, you know, to talk about seconds? How do they do that?
Feel free to email private client at convoyhomeloans.com, and then Dustin or myself will reach out to you.
Awesome. Let them know you came from One Rental at a Time. That's the deal. They will interact with you. So thanks, guys.
Thank you.
you.